Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for you. Oh, Dan Brown, The Secret of Secrets. Oh, it looks thin, but it's 700 pages. It's the weird paper. It's giving Bible. I don't know if I like it or not, but it smells good. In case you care, this is the 6th Robert Langdon book, and I'm so stoked. I have every single one. I have Inferno in here, I have Da Vinci Code outside, Lost Symbol, I have everything. So, super stoked. Unfortunately, I have those. Is this? Yeah, this is the German version. This is what the German hardcovers look like. They all look like. They all kind of look like this, but I have the city here and all. Do you see what I mean? I'm so excited to read this, and we're going to Prague this time, which I've never been to, but it's not that far. I've just never been to. It has the map of Prague here, and if you see the sticky note, that is for my Hurricane charge that I do, and in case you're wondering, it is for new release September and red cover. Obviously, because you know it's red. I'm only 28 pages in, and I'm liking this so far. Now the thing is, this is very Catherine-centric, who is Robert Langdon's girlfriend or partner or whatever they are. It's very focused on her so much that I think she's going to backstab him at a certain point. I hope not, but it's all just about her currently. Yes, he is going out. I'm at the point where he's there in Prague, and she was holding a speech because she's a not a neuroscientist. What is she? She is a noetic scientist. She was invited to Prague to hold different speeches about different topics, and she's writing a book currently, so she's trying to get the momentum up and, you know, getting people intrigued about the book and her work and all. And she invited Robert to join her because, you know, she needs a +1 and she doesn't want to go alone. So she invited him and he's going with her, and now he's at the point where he left the Four Seasons Hotel, which is actually name dropped, and he's running and going towards the local swimming pool because he wants to get his lanes in. That's where I'm at right now. However, before the story even starts, you have a kind of murder. Another neuroscientist, Brigitta Gessner, it starts off with her saying that, oh, it feels like I have died, but I cannot be dead because I still have a consciousness and what is happening. And then she gets flashbacks to being, I think she was essentially killed, and they have built a machine. I'm not really that far into the book, 28 pages, but they have built a machine, and you have someone called the Golem who has behind a clay mask. The thing is, I don't speak Czech. Is that how we say Czechish? So Czech. Anyways, so I probably pronounced the words weirdly, but you have that guy who's going for revenge because he's the guardian angel of someone, we don't know who yet, but he's a very big, broad guy wearing a clay mask. The thing is, Brigitta Gessner, she's very on time, or, you know, like, she's never late. She always shows up to every meeting that she has, and now she hasn't shown up in 6 hours. Something must have gone terribly wrong. What? Where? Why? I don't know. I'm only 28 pages in, but I'm super excited about it. However, like I said, I'm a big fan of Robert Langdon myself, so I hope the initial focus on Catherine will slowly disappear. The thing is, it will all be connected to the neuroscience thing, right? I hope Dr. Langdon comes in with his knowledge on symbols and codes and ciphers, and I don't even know what. I'm super excited about it, because Dan Brown, he's always mixing things that I love, which is a murder mystery, art, a history, and then some code. Sure, right, like runes and whatever. Did you know that the most common, what was it? Oh god, I want to be cool and give you the you know, like the fact here, but I forgot what it is. Hold on. The world's most common religious symbol is not the crucifix; it is the halo. Did you know that? You learned something new today. So far, I really like it. Really like it. So, gonna wait. I'm gonna continue. I will pop back. It's 600 something pages, so I will pop back probably very often, because this is I don't want to say it's like a heavy book, or you need to be very intelligent to understand it. It's a lot of fact dropping and a lot of science dropping that, for someone like me who's not into science at all, I literally do not care. I mean, great if you have a breakthrough and all, great, but you know, like behind the scenes stuff, I do not care. So it's a bit rough for me, so I feel like I have to update quite a lot in order to get my thoughts out, because if, let's say, I read 50 pages and so much has happened within the 50 pages, it's just hard for me to come back to whatever happened and then explain to you what happened, you know what I mean? So anyways, long story short, I'm going to read now, and I'll pop back. I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited about a new release in a long time, because we have to read new releases for Her Kid, right, every single month. And when I went to Goodreads and saw the September new releases and saw this, I didn't even have to look at the other releases. I knew I want to get that one. So that was it. I'll see you in the next clip. Hi, I don't know where I left off, but I'm now, I think, on page 200 something. I don't have the book here. So, Catherine and Robert were invited by Dr. Gessner to meet at her lab, whatever, at her place. You kind of get the backstory of what they talked about. You know, they talked about the afterlife and whether Robert thinks there is an afterlife or not. And then she gave them her business card. Meet me tomorrow at this place, and then we can discuss, and I'll show you my inventions. Thing is, Robert, he went for a walk and swim. On the way, he meets a woman dressed in a certain way, wearing a halo crown and a spear and all. And it's weird, right? I mean, how often do you see someone dressed like that and wearing a crown and spear? Thing is, Catherine told him about a nightmare that she had, where a woman dressed the exact same way that Robert just seen was standing in front of their bed, and then minutes later, the hotel exploded. And Robert, of course, oh my god, is this a coincidence or is this real life? What am I supposed to do? Is there a bomb? So he runs back to the hotel, brings the fire alarm, has the whole hotel evacuated, then he goes upstairs just to find that Catherine is not there. And then he jumps out of the window into the river that's literally right next to the hotel. What? He gets kind of arrested by, it's not only the police, what is the Uchi? I have no idea. These people come up, he's escorted back to his room, and then he's being told, hey, listen, how did you know about the bomb? Because, plot twist, there was actually a bomb. Bobo was like, well, it was just intuition, and I had a hunch, and then he kind of talks about the number that his girlfriend had, and it's just all a big coincidence. Just for it to, again, be another plot twist that there was no actual bomb. It's so confusing. The thing is, those people at the police, they are not who they claim to be, so they were actually told to do exactly what they did. Get Robert Langdon and tell him that there was actually a bomb, just to confuse him and to scare him and all. There was no bomb whatsoever. They want to know where Catherine is, and Catherine is not there. Everyone thought, oh, maybe she has met up with Dr. Gessner already, so they put Robert into the car, drive to Gessner's place, just find out that Gessner is dead already. And Catherine is nowhere to be found. It's not really confusing, but you have a lot of different stories going on at the same time. You have the golem that's still going on. You have Robert's story that's going on. You have the U.S. embassy in Prague. But all those people, you have that story going on. You have the Uchi people, have that story going on. You have Robert Finch, I think that's what his name is, that story going on, and his editor, whose name I forgot, Faulkner. You have basically 6 stories in one book. It's not really confusing because it all kind of plays at the same time, but it's still very confusing. Like, when you read it, it makes sense, but when you have to talk to someone about it, like I do now, it's a bit rough. They show up at Gessner's place, and Gessner is dead and all. She has a very weird code system. She actually bragged about it. Oh, it's such a nice code. It's so innovative, and you will never guess it. I'm so smart. In general, she has done a lot of bragging. She's the best neuroscientist there is. Robert, of course, he's big on codes and symbols and rules and whatever. So he cracks the code and he finds the pot where Gessner is laying in, like her dead body is laying in. Her sister shows up, Sasha. And it's just so many people, but it all makes sense. Overall, I would like it. It's just really hard to explain to someone. It's not like a murder mystery. That's how should I say, Agatha Christie, for example. That's an easy murder mystery, right? This one here is a bit more complex. Very, very much more complex than the other. So it's hard for me to explain, but I hope that as the story develops and the further we go, the more I can explain to you what is happening, because right now it's just a lot of different things. Oh, by the way, Catherine wrote a book, and it's apparently very explosive and mind-blowing, and it's about human consciousness and all, with the publisher that Robert actually organized for her, because he has connections. That publisher was hacked, and the whole manuscript was actually deleted and everything, and people are just really trying to prevent that book from being printed. And Catherine is still missing. I think I will update you tomorrow a bit more because now it's really late and I really want sleep, so I'll be back. Hi. I feel like last night's rambling was too long and too rambly. I came back now and I made a list of the most important characters and the main events that happened, right? You see this? I'm 220 or so pages in. I have such huge respect for authors that have so many different characters, but in the end it all makes sense. Because I'm sure that in the end I would just be sitting there and be mind blown. We'll start off with Robert Langdon and Catherine, who came to Prague because she held conferences and talks, and she's a noetic scientist, and she's talking about human consciousness. So that part is very interesting. It's sometimes a bit too high for me when I have to Google things, but on that it's very interesting. So they're in Prague and now Catherine is lost. And she was supposed to meet up with Dr. Gessner at her lab so they can talk a bit more. Robert was actually supposed to go with them, but they somehow missed each other, right? Then the whole bomb thing happened. You have the Ushi, I have no idea, say it, man. I don't speak Czech, okay? You have those people come in that said, how did you know about the bomb? And then Robert said, oh, it was all a dream. Turns out there was no actual bomb. It was just a way to get Robert to Brigitte Gessner. Because they, of course, want the secret as well. It's one of the things, so I might have to write down. Okay. So, you have Robert and Catherine. They were supposed to meet Gessner at her lab, right? Then Catherine gets lost. Robert went for a swim, and when he came back, he saw that woman wearing the halo crown, and he was like, "Oh my God, the hotel's gonna explode! We have to evacuate everyone." That's what he's doing. And then the Ushi, I have no idea. So they come in, ask Robert, "What the hell is going on? How do you know about that bomb?" There is no bomb, but he doesn't know it yet. Then these two guys, the Ushi, take Robert to Brigitte because they suspect Catherine to be there. Because obviously they were supposed to meet. Turns out Brigitte is already dead, killed by the golem. Are you following me? One of those people from the cops goes out, talks to the embassy, because obviously Robert and Catherine are US citizens, and the embassy has sent out Michael to be on Robert's side, not really as a lawyer, but, as the angel on the shoulder and telling him what to do and what to say and what not to say. The embassy calls them and says, hey, we know there was no bomb. So one of the Ushi guys actually kills himself. Suicide. You have two Ushi people, right? Hold on, put there. Two people. Well, one of them is talking to the embassy. The other one is supposed to watch out for Robert. Now, that guy is on his phone for a bit, and then Robert actually escapes and finds the pot where Brigitte is laying in and is obviously killed. Then comes in Sasha. Sasha, hold on, I'll put that there. Sasha is Brigitte's assistant. She suffers from epilepsy, and Brigitte has actually made a device put into her brain, and she has to rub it so that the epilepsy attacks and the seizures are not as bad. So she's the assistant. And once the Ushi guy comes back for Robert, Sasha actually knocks him on the head and he's knocked out. And now Sasha and Robert are escaping. It's so much. It's only 200 pages. Right? It's what? 600, 700 pages? Dude, it's a lot. It's a lot. So keep in mind, Sasha and Robert are now gone. Right? They're out of Brigitte's place. Then we have the whole embassy thing. Now, this is Michael, right? I don't even want to write. Has an affair with Dana that nobody really should know about, but they have an affair. So he asks her, because she has access to all the security cameras that are around Prague. Hey, can you look for this specific date? Because Robert Langdon said there was a woman wearing a halo crown and a spear, and just to make sure that that woman is actually real. And Dana, obviously, she's very suspicious, because why would he ask her to look up another woman? That is weird. Are they not in a relationship together? Is he cheating on her? What is this? She looks up the woman. Turns out she's actually real. Robert did not dream that. She is real. Surprisingly, that woman was supposed to meet up with Michael at the hotel where Robert stayed to give them a key. I think that woman, if I'm not mistaken, I might have forgot a few things because it's a lot. That woman might be tied to Finch. Finch is one of the main characters here that is responsible for everything happening, for the Ushi people to show up, for the woman to show up. Finch is the main person here that has something to hide. Are you still following me? That woman is real. That woman is secretly working for someone else. and the US embassy knows about the woman. They don't know fully who it is because they met up kind of in secret and all, but she exists. On to the next page. We have the golem who killed Brigitte. He named himself the protector of Sasha. And is now killing everyone that tried to hurt her, something like that. Like, his story is still a bit blurry to me. So that is this. Catherine is missing. Robert saw Brigitte's dead body. He's now with Sasha. Sasha knows Michael, the embassy guy, because they kind of have a thing going on together. But she might be a bit in love with him, but he is not. He's just playing tricks because his boss, who is named Heide Nagel, Nagel meaning nail in German, because apparently she's hot as nails. Like, they told him to get close to her, to get whatever secret there is. Probably, again, with Miss Gessner. Dr. Gessner, whatever. We're not done yet. We have Faulkner, who works for the publisher that Robert is in, or at, where he's publishing his books. He's got kidnapped. Hold on, we're not done yet. Kidnapped because where he works, there was a security breach and people had access to the computers, and there was only one manuscript that was looked at and deleted completely. That is Catherine's. Completely gone, nowhere to be found. Turns out the people that actually kidnapped Faulkner, are also working for Finch. There are literally like 6 different stories, and I'm curious to see how it will all end up now. Like I said, I'm 200 pages in. There are over 600 pages in the book. Not gonna lie, I'm happy. Like, I don't want people to die, but I'm happy if one of them gets killed off so I can knock them off the list, you know what I mean? Something that Catherine has written in her book is mind-blowing and will probably change the world, and the view that people hold on consciousness and, neuroscience and all. The golem is still doing his thing, killing people. Michael is looking for Sasha now because he wants to end it all and tell her the truth. And he's looking for Langdon because obviously he's an US citizen and, he needs protection. Ushi, you have one dead and one is on a revenge mission because he found the other guy and he's like, Langdon has got to die. Catherine is lost. Langdon is looking for Catherine. Sasha is there right now, so maybe there might be some other things. And then Faulkner, he got away from his kidnappers. They let him leave. That was all part of the plan. They let him leave, and now he's trying to get into contact. With Robert and Catherine because they are in very big danger. It's a lot going on. It's just like, it's one of those books where you have a hard time explaining it to other people because they literally have to read it to understand. I think I will write down the main people. We have Robert, Catherine. They are together. They are a couple. They came to Prague together. Then we have Sasha, who was the assistant to Gessner, and she's dead. Not dead anymore. Then you have the Ushi people, who came to arrest Robert with a real but fake bomb. One is on revenge, and the other is dead. Then we have Michael, who is from the US embassy, and his boss is Nagel, who has kind of a fake relationship with Sasha, and who's now looking for both Sasha and Robert. Then we have Faulkner, who is the publisher, who got kidnapped by people of Finch, and who is now, who has escaped now. And then the Golem is taking revenge on everyone. Taking revenge for Sasha, I think Sasha. And then you have the big person Finch, who is behind it all. You have the lady on the bridge, who works with the embassy and also for Finch. So we need to figure out who Finch is because that's the person behind it all, I feel like. It might not have been a great idea to use this book as a reading vlog because it's very complex. And I feel like if I don't have it here, I have Inferno here, but if I would have done the Da Vinci Code, for example, maybe I hope that Mr. Dan Brown is continuing to write books, but maybe next time when he reads something, I will not do a vlog for it because it's just too much. It's just too much going on, and I'm still fully in the story, but it's hard to explain to someone. English is not my first language. It's very complex. Like let's have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different stories. I don't know if the lady is still important, but maybe, you never know. It's really hard to make a structured video and a structured explanation of everything that happened in order, chronological order. Now, 4 pages just about this book. It's going absolutely fantastic. I'm learning a lot though. It's really mind-blowing how the brain and consciousness and all works, so that is good. But it's also a lot. Like I said, I don't want people to die, but if one of those 6 people, if one of them would die, or just be done with the story, that would be great. I hope the end is gonna be mind-blowing and not something where I just sit there like, is that it? Is that the end? I hope I'm just, you know what I mean? When I'll go to edit this video, I can actually edit it down quite a lot, because I don't think you want to hear me ramble on about things. Or maybe you can just skip it. That's always an option. It's a lot. I see you in the next clip. And I'm only 200 pages in, don't forget that, okay? 400 pages to go. I finished it. It's been a while since I finished it. It's just so much happening in the book. So much going on, but I really, really enjoyed it. I give this 4.5 stars. Not really 5, because some parts were just a bit too stretched, you know what I mean? Like the whole Golem chapters, it's just the same thing over and over again. Yes, in the end it makes sense, and you understand why the Golem is there, why the Golem is the way it is. It was not, like, let's say there were 10 pages of the Golem, half of them would not have been necessary, right? Because it's always just repeating what happened in the night, you know what I mean? So not fully 5 stars, but still 4.5. And I'm so excited I read it. So much has been happening. The CIA is involved. Personal, what is it called? Oh, I forgot what that is called. Dissociative identity disorder is going on. So a lot of mental problems as well. You know, mental health that has been questioned. And are you sure this is the right person, and what if they're just faking it, what if it's not real? I feel like sometimes for me it was a bit too high, because I'm not really into the whole science thing and the consciousness, and I'm not a scientist whatsoever, so for me it sometimes was a bit too high, but thank God everything was explained. I understood the story and I know what it's about. Like the end, it's just like, how to say, I feel like a lot of things, like there were too many coincidences, you know what I mean? You read something and then you're like, oh, of course this is happening. And then you read the next thing, of course this is happening as well. What a coincidence. Of course it is. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it, and I hope, please let me know if you read the book, what you think. It's not as action-packed as the others. I mean, it has been a while since I read Inferno, for example, so it's been a while. There was still some action going on, right? Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I had a good time, and I really flew through this. You know how sometimes people say, oh, you need to read 100 pages or 200 pages to get into the book. No, I don't want to waste my time and wait until the book gets good. This was good from the start. Because, you know, it started off with the fake bomb threat that was not the bomb threat at all. It was very real, but then again, it wasn't. It was just fake to get Robert Langdon out, and, you know, Catherine as well. Twist after twist after twist, and I'm so happy that I read it. I'm happy with the end. I mean, again, it's just a minor spoiler, but she was writing a book, and she started that whole theory in a college and in university, and it was rejected, and her professor actually said, hey, maybe you should get a patent on it, so that no one can steal your ideas and your machines and whatever you plan to do in the future. And that was rejected as well. It turns out the CIA actually got hands on that info and built a machine themselves. And this is also why they want Catherine's book to never be published, because obviously she's referencing that, and she's took some of the works that she had in university and put it into the book, and she was absolutely oblivious to that, because she thought that everything was rejected and that nothing, maybe in her mind it made sense, but to people like professors and the people that actually would be involved in the process of that whole consciousness thing, they didn't think it would be possible. So she just also didn't think about it and just wrote about it. Hey, guess what? I had this idea back in the days, and it was all real. And there was only one copy that Catherine did before meeting with, what's her name? Before meeting with Brigitte Gessner. That was destroyed because Robert had to make a fire to get out of the library. Like, they were stuck in the library and the doors did not open. So, of course, what opens the door? Fire alarm. Turns out he did not destroy the whole manuscript. There was still some left. Like, why do you let people believe that the whole manuscript is gone and the whole book is gone and there's no way to save it, only for them to tell people, oh, the only pages that are burned were the index and the acknowledgements and, you know, all the links that you had used and references and whatever. Like I said, you know, a lot of coincidences. Of course the book is still there. Of course it's still there. You made me believe, and Catherine and everyone, that the book was gone, but no, of course it's not. So overall, I really enjoyed the book. 4.5 stars. yeah, I don't know when the next Dan Brown will be released, if there will ever be a next Dan Brown book, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. So let me know what you think. I'm open to other opinions as well. What you thought was good, what you thought was bad, whether you liked the book or not. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been in the making for quite a while because I finished this book like 2 weeks ago. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if not already, and I'll see you next one.